All right, everyone, we're live. Here we go.
Hey.
Show's on.
Welcome.
Live from Woodward.
Yeah. There we go. Welcome to our special edition Woodward episode.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. All the people here actually live now in person.
Yes.
You can't see it right now on the live stream, but
It's a lot of
in
people.
the post edit, you'll be able to tell.
Jeez, it's like 50 people. It's like more than 50 people.
We need more chairs.
Dang, thanks for coming.
We need more chairs. Thank you, everyone, for coming out here.
Yeah.
We're here on it.
Woo!
Yeah, there you go. Give yourselves a round of
We are
applause.
stoked.
We're here for an inline-only weekend at Camp Woodward. There's probably like 200 kids here. It's
insane.
crazy. It's amazing walking around, seeing that. It's like, I'd never
crazy.
been here in the 90s, but I can imagine that's what it was like in the 90s.
Yeah. It was insane, man.
And for people who don't know, this is Fish's first time at Woodward East.
This is my first time.
Crazy.
I've never been. People think it's weird. It is weird. I don't know.
How's your experience
Thanks,
so
guys.
far?
Appreciate that.
How's your
Yeah.
experience so far?
You know, it's been fun, to be honest. It's a little overwhelming because I only had today. And I was like, dang, there's so much to skate and so many people. And I was like so tired after 4 hours because this place just wears you out. But I was like, okay, you got to keep on skating because I can't skate tomorrow. So I did as much skating as I could. Hey, guys, by the way, we're live on YouTube right now. So follow us on Instagram,
subscribe to us.
Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher. We have a Patreon, Jump Street Podcast. Follow us. Go to iTunes. Give us a 5-star review. We appreciate all the 5-star reviews. And we give the review of the week every week. This week,
Who got it this week?
Jeff Metz.
Boom.
Shout out Jeff Metz. Jeff Metz says, I look forward to a new episode every week. Jump Street is filling in a much-needed void and doing it in the spirit of Daily Bread and Video Groove. Let's put it this way. If I get off work and instead of meeting friends at a bar for a drink, I come straight home and watch the podcast, you know they're on to something. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Jeff Metz. Appreciate that.
Up there with Video Groove and Daily Bread.
Yeah, that's wow.
That's crazy. And for all the people who are watching live on YouTube right now, of course, like every show, I messed something up. There was no audio in the beginning. So we're live here from Woodward. Give it up one more time for you guys.
Whoa! This is the first time.
And everybody, if you weren't paying attention last week, we have our new website up with all our new merch. Fish is wearing a shirt right now. Check it out. We have a few gray shirts here for people if they wanted it. We're going to do a few giveaways later on tonight also.
Yes.
So if anyone's interested in that stuff, stick around till later on. We'll have all the giveaways, all the goodies going on.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to all our Patreon supporters as well. Brendan Brown. What's up, Brendan? Brendan's out here.
I hope he's out here. No, he's not.
Okay, he's probably ripping
We
it
thought
at
he
Lot
was
8.
our friend. He's not our
it's all right.
friend.
It's okay. He's ripping at Lot 8. Cody Broin, Jonas Bodker, and Luke Kimberly. Thanks, guys, and thanks for having easier names to pronounce this week.
Well, I have one here that just donated today, so I had to do it, and it's not an easy one.
Oh,
David Jezeburik. I gave it a shot.
dang.
Sorry, David. As close as I could get. Shout out to all you guys. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to
Thank
us.
you. We really
Anything to keep
appreciate
us
it.
going and to do more live shows like this would be awesome.
Yeah, this is cool.
Perfect. And I have, this place has a lot of history with
Yeah.
skating and everything like that. We compiled a small little highlight video of what Inline has done to this place over the years, the mark we've made. So if you can, Maestro, throw it up there. Biganize it. There we go.
Big and as it.
Bring it back!
That's here, by the way. That's this room.
Yeah. Boom. Give it up for Bladen right there.
Man, what a history.
Left our mark on this place.
Man.
They don't like us anymore, but they left our mark on this place.
We're still here, though.
They better love us after this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Bring us back.
What about this weekend, man?
What was your favorite part so far this weekend?
I like the snake run. But also, I think number one is seeing everyone, to be honest.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to see that.
But the snake run.
Snake run's your favorite.
My favorite
That's
thing
your favorite
skate.
park, this whole place is the snake run.
Yeah, I like the little P-rail park, too. And that's kind of sad
true.
because there's like all these like huge transitions everywhere and like these monster ramps. And I'm just like at the P-rail park, like, it's just cool, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
it was fun. We had a random best trick contest before. $10 by Jesus Medina.
That's
you
right.
won.
Yeah, don't know if you guys know, but earlier today we had a best trick contest on the 6-inch P-rail.
And you won. True Fish.
And I won it.
True Fish backslider forward Macchio.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Yeah. It was for $10. It's pretty funny.
It's a lot than most other contests.
What about you? What's your favorite thing here?
Well, I didn't win any contests, but I always have fun skating the mini mega.
Not everyone could be a pirate, Austin.
No pirate jokes in this.
Okay.
Yeah, the mini mega is fun though, and it's crazy to see everyone just back-to-back sessioning it, just like boom, boom, boom. Everyone's killing it too. Everyone's flipping it, flat spinning it, 900ing it.
Really?
Like it's like people are killing it.
Dang, I missed that session.
Yeah, you did.
Who was doing that?
I don't know, people.
Damn.
These guys.
All these
these guys are doing it.
All these hundreds of rollerbladers right here?
The last 2 times I came here, I couldn't skate it because it was being resurfaced one time and then it rained the other weekend. So I was like, finally good to skate it again.
I'm happy it didn't rain because,
we got lucky with that. And we have a couple WTFs of the week this week that we want to share before we get the show moving.
Yes.
We have our first one, which has been going around the past like day or two, is from Joe Atkinson.
A.K.A. Superman.
Maestro.
A.K.A. Spider-Man. Can you look at the size of that thing, too?
It's great. I don't think...
It's like 12 feet.
I noticed something after when I watched it again earlier. See, was he actually riding or was he just straight backflipping it?
And that fakey 3 out, too.
Yeah, he like had
Just
to finish it,
like,
right?
So much control.
First one he rode it, second one was in air. And we have a runner-up this week. I saw this clip
Give it up for Joe real quick.
Yeah, give it up for Joe.
Joe's been on top of it, man.
We have a second runner-up. I just saw this clip flowing around. I had to give this girl some props. I think it's Alice Sunko from Russia. Look at this. Yeah. This girl's 8 years old. She's killing it. Hell yeah, give it up for the ladies in the house. Look
super young. Shout out to the ladies.
4-7. A high jump off the quarter pipe.
She's 8.
Yeah, she's 8 years old, by the way. Better than most of us. Boom, soul in a handicap rail. I love how hype she gets after all the tricks. Still, look at the 450 front side. Mad hype after that one. Boom. I think she's from Russia, I think. So yeah, give it up for Alice Sunko also. Killing it. Good clips this week. Good clips.
Yeah. That was an amazing week.
Crazy hammer and crazy little Russian girl.
Yeah.
Killing it. Representing the ladies right there.
2 different ends of the spectrum, but 2 big WTFs of the week.
Yep.
WTF.
So we wouldn't be here this week if it wasn't for a couple of special people that we like to sit down and chat with for a little bit. So everyone give it up for Cameron and Long from Oak City. That's you too. Come on. Long still has his skates on.
That's how you know he's dedicated.
Long?
That's why I have the skates on, so it's easier to do that.
So first off, I think I could speak on behalf of everyone here. Thank you so much for organizing this, and I'm sure it wasn't easy to put all this together. So give it up for these guys one more time. So give us a little background real quick on what it took to make this happen and how it all came about, I guess, and how like your expectations were compared to what actually happened.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's
Speak
start.
into the mic.
Let's start from the beginning. So, when I moved out here, I'd come. I think Long had a few sessions before I'd even gone out here, and it was he had these sessions and we was bringing like 35 inline skaters. We were psyched because it's empty in the winter.
Yeah.
There's nobody here except us.
Yeah.
And so we're psyched. We're getting 30 people here. We're like, heck yeah, man, this is cool.
30's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it really was.
a good number.
We had
Yeah.
good sessions. We was able to throw out edits and yeah, and then I don't know how it escalated into something bigger, but
Yeah. Well, there was a point where every time we would go to Woodward, which would be like twice a year, we'd get emails or messages like, I really want to go to the next one. I really want to go to the next one. But there was always a limited number of people that we could bring because they would only give us Bud's Barn or only the Lodge. And that's,
Okay.
it's really tough to choose who comes and who
Right.
goes.
Mhm.
So, or who stays home, excuse me. And so me and Cameron were talking about it, and we were like, what if we could make something where we could convince Woodward that we could bring 100 of, or, well, geez Louise, like 200,
Right.
300.
we said 100 like we're like high
yeah.
expectations with that.
Yeah.
We
Wow.
were-
And luckily we were able to, with lots of, and that's the thing. So for me, I was kind of the idea. Cameron was a lot of the negotiation. I wasn't. I live in North Carolina, so it's really tough to meet and talk to them and convey the right message. Cameron was
Right.
my guy. We thought 100% the same way about this event. I could say that if you were to ask him a question, we would probably answer it the same. And so yeah, so it was a team effort for sure.
It was just a big dream with two guys collaborating, and we're like, well, let's do this, let's make this happen. What do we got to do to
Yeah.
make it happen? And then it just started from there. And then my wife heard in, she chimed in, and because she works here year round, and that was like our in.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I can say anything to my wife. There's nothing you can't say to your wife.
Yeah.
If I need to say something to get things done, we got to get it done.
Yeah.
And you needed only 100 people to do this, right? Like there was like a minimum kind of?
No.
They had told me that 70, because I was like, I really am confident that we can hit 60.
Yeah, we're like double
60.
what we've been doing.
And
Yeah.
Jen, who we also worked really close with, and a lot of people booked through, she was like, if they're 60, that's great.
Yeah.
And she was just really supportive the whole time. And a lot of the, like we did a lot of the promotion, but like Jan did all the booking, which is
Shout out
way
Jan.
more.
Yeah. Shout out Jan
So
for the
much
help.
Yeah.
And she had to put up with us too. So,
Yeah. And she believed it, and she said she was the one that was like, let's do this. Like
That's awesome.
literally, let's do this then. Like I'm in charge of the lodge, I'm in charge of booking. We don't need anything else but the idea and the go,
Makes things way easier when everyone's on board with it.
Exactly, yeah.
Everyone was on the same team fighting for the same thing. Do you know
Collaboration.
how many people actually showed up here or no?
I think 200.
280?
280, 280.
Damn, so 280. Damn.
280.
That's crazy. So you were hoping like 60, and 280 showed up.
We were dreaming for 90, hoping for 60.
I remember a phone conversation where me and Cameron were talking about the numbers, and I told him, I'm shooting for the stars.
There you
I
go.
want 150.
Yeah.
And Cameron's like, you're crazy.
You can't do it.
It's too many, too fast. Come on, maybe next year.
Relax.
Yeah.
Well, just snowballs. I'm sure like the number would have been way lower than like the last week. I feel like a lot of people, at least in my experience, a lot of people were just like, all right, we're in there, and it like grew, probably doubled in like the
Yeah.
past week of people who were definitely coming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this I think just like even last week, a lot of people just got on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the moment you guys mentioned it on the show, like literally, we're getting calls like after the show, like,
Oh, really?
Wait, there's a Woodward thing? And we're like, yeah, there's a Woodward
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, where'd you hear it from? They're like, Jump Street. Yeah.
Oh,
what?
damn.
Jump
Sick,
Street?
there you
mentioned
go.
that? I'm like,
Sick.
So we're
get
doing
on that.
something.
All right.
There you go. We're doing
Yeah.
something.
Shout out Jump Street.
Shout out. We're doing something. It's awesome.
So where would you like to see it go? Would you like to continue it annually or?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every year, right?
Because I could see it being something that continues to grow because like obviously like it seems like everyone here had a really good time and
Yeah, I
and they're
mean,
still having a good time.
Yeah.
how many in this room has never been here before?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at
Wow,
that. That's
like,
like
At least
the
half.
people.
Yeah,
Like
at
half
least
the room has a
So
heads
that's like a
up.
great opportunity for people who never been here before to show up finally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we wanted to serve the dream that I've already lived. I've been here
Yeah.
since 2001, and it was a dream to come here my whole life. Or,
Yeah.
basically. And really we wanted to give that back to everyone else, you know, all the adults that can't come during the summer, you know, that
Yeah.
missed their opportunity,
Totally.
you know, like as a kid because it was so expensive.
Yeah.
So we're like, an affordable way to get adults here, let's do it.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Very affordable too.
Yep.
That's great. Yeah, hopefully next year, hopefully like after this, everyone's like, oh, it's a real thing now. They're gonna see like all the pictures and the videos and stuff, and people who missed out, they're kicking themselves right now and they're pissed. And next year we're just gonna do it again in much bigger numbers, right?
Yeah.
What's the goal for next year? How many?
Next
how many
year's
people?
goal is to fill this place at capacity. I think it's like 800.
800? No problem. No problem.
Nice.
So shoot for the stars.
There you go,
To
800.
land in the clouds.
There we go.
But one of the biggest things that I think me and Cameron are going to work towards is collaborating with all the companies that have already expressed interest in helping us, and hopefully flying out elite skaters. We're talking, you guys are elite skaters.
Yeah, right.
But we're talking about people that we would normally never get to see.
Like
in
how
person.
Woodward was
Eugen
back in the
Ennin?
day.
Like Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah.
like an Eugen
Oh,
Ennin,
wow, that'd be
like
amazing.
Lomax.
Oh,
How about
yeah.
the whole USD team? That would
Yeah.
be very rad.
I think that's
So,
very possible too, the way things
and I
are
think
going.
that would be a really that's our main goal.
Because this is like bigger than, or as big as the biggest skate contest we have nowadays, you
Yes.
know?
Yeah.
And it's more than that because now everybody can skate, everyone can enjoy, everyone can hang
Yes.
out with each other.
Right.
And that was the thing that me and Cameron first sought out on this was a competition is a great place to go and enjoy rollerblading, but this was a different experience where instead of having to watch it, you got to participate. There was a schedule, but you didn't have to set that schedule.
Yeah.
There was no guidelines, and I think that was, this was a true vacation for people.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
it involved everything. They got to see great shredders. They got to shred a little bit themselves, and then they got to see
Yeah.
Jump Street podcast.
Yeah,
so,
there we go. Something
so
extra.
It's
A lot of their friends and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was, and geez Louise, I'll tell you, like just sitting at the lodge and watching people go over that hill and the whole car just be full of smiles.
Yeah.
Like that was ridiculous. And I think like I could have gone home at that point
Yeah.
and been like rad.
Yeah.
I had a similar experience with that when I first showed up yesterday. I forgot, like 4 o'clock or something like that. I'm pulling up the hill, same thing, going to the lodge, and like you pull in. I've been Woodward, I don't know, a dozen times or so, something like that, and I've never seen every skate park with like people in, especially in the off season.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, this is like almost scary. And then I pull up to that over like where the lodge is, and there's like cars everywhere.
my God.
I was like, whoa, I've never seen that ever. Because even during camp, you don't see that because
No.
people don't drive there, you know. So it's like a whole different impact on the Woodward scene itself.
Yeah.
It was crazy to see. That I got the same feeling you did. I was like, whoa, I could leave right now and just be so happy.
Yeah.
I don't even think Woodward was ready for this.
No one's ready.
No.
Yeah.
No one's ready.
Yes. And I think everyone handled it awesome in all parts.
Yeah.
The
I'd say
skaters,
so.
the staff, everybody, you know, did a great job, and
Totally.
it went smooth, and couldn't be more happy. It's positive vibes all around, and that's kind of what it was. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm experiencing also. Everything is very positive, very good. There's no fights, nothing like that. Like I don't see anybody going crazy, you know? It's just everyone's really in here for like good, wholesome
Yeah.
fun.
People just spreading love and rollerblading.
Yeah.
It's great.
Straight up.
That's our responsibility.
Yeah.
Woodward opened their house to us.
Exactly.
So it's our responsibility to not put our feet on the table
Yeah.
and not leave trash around and not act like buttholes. I mean, it's true. Like
true.
seriously, like how would you guys feel if we we came into your home and flipped over your coffee table? So
Yeah.
just keep it in mind. Like
Totally.
it's on us. If you guys want to come back, then we need to act like
Yeah. We want to
wanna
keep it
be here.
going. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I think that was that's the thing that I really appreciate is everyone acting very responsible
Yes.
and respectful.
Yes.
We're all the age of adults now.
That's, I think,
The age of adults.
I think that's where it came. Yeah. That's the age of
Shit,
adults. We're a lot more mature crowd. And
Right.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and it'd be great to see this keep going and grow.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Long. You came here a few years before, right, with groups, and I always heard
Yes.
about the groups that you showed up with too. What were those like? Obviously, this is on a much bigger scale, but it was just like homies just getting together, like, hey, meet me here, and we'll just drive out there, like.
Yeah, well, it was a lot of phone calls. It really started out just being like, the shop needed some sort of content, and Jimbo Hawkins was my in. He was staff here.
Oh, I know Jimbo. Yeah, I met him.
And so Jimbo was like
Shout out Jimbo.
He knew me since day one. So like when the shop was really small, and he was like, if you come and you make an edit with your top riders, it will help you. And the first time we went, I think from that Woodward edit alone, we had like 10, 15 customers that week that just were like, hey, I saw that Woodward edit. I didn't know you guys were around. I really liked the riders. And that's where it kind of started. And then it's just like, well, okay, people really like watching these Woodward edits. So every year, and people would be, like first it started out with like 8 people, and then it was like 15, and then it was 25. And then the last time that I was at Woodward, it was 36. And then at that point, it was just like, you can't film all 36 skaters.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it just was more like an experience.
Right.
But yeah, that's what it all started out was, just like me trying to, put my shop on the map.
Yeah, there you go. So everyone's
So,
Oak City Skate Shop right there.
Thank you. So,
Gotta plug you, right?
yeah, yes.
Everyone support Oak City. It's one of the few East Coast shops that we have too,
Yes.
right?
And I care deeply about inline skating. I skate as often as I can.
I can tell by your hooded shirt. I just had a hooded shirt, sweatshirt. That's a
Sweatshirt.
great shirt.
Oh my God.
Yes.
What year is it?
Shout out to Broof Hatton. But I mean, that's the one thing that I always try to push is like, watch where your money's going. Like, are these companies doing things? Are they sponsoring events? If they're not, like, I'm sorry to be this way, but we shouldn't be giving them money. Like, I that's the thing. Like, where are the contributions? And that's the thing. I always look at it myself and like, I take a little bit, but I try to give back as much as possible.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
like Cameron and I mean, we put in hours, like,
Yeah, I can
so
imagine.
many hours. And
That's
Just to
true.
plan,
You
just
gotta
plan a
be conscious
session with
of where
3
you
of your
put your
buddies
money.
on the weekend is
Yeah.
like
You
pulling
have to.
teeth,
Yeah.
Let alone this.
So it's kind of one of those things. It's like, it's all for the love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you've done a big deed, like a big contribution to our sport by doing this and organizing it, especially if it continues from year to year. It's going to
Totally.
be huge.
Yeah.
So that's a
Support
huge
those who support the
contribution.
game.
Of course, yeah, support them.
Just
Gotta have them.
Yeah, you gotta be.
have people like
conscious
Long
of-
around for this,
Support every event.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you hear of an event around you, if you're 6 hours away, go. Go. Like those guys,
Seriously.
they're putting in work for free. It's almost
Just for the love, yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
And if anything, they're losing money. Like, firsthand. Like most events and stuff. They end up
is.
losing money doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all for the love and the exposure.
hmm
Is there something that you wanted to get at, or?
No, I was gonna say, how's it been here since Richie's been here?
Since Richie,
Yeah, since Richie's arrived.
it's a whole new switch. It's a whole new feeling. It's a family vibe now. It's like everyone here that's year round is like family.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah, like it's different for me because I never had a relationship with anybody else from the old crew. I mean, I did, but I was kind of quiet, so it was like.
Yeah.
But then I already had this relationship with them, and just it's been blossoming, and yeah.
Well, I could for one say it's like good sitting back here knowing that like you guys are here like working with Woodward like in 2 bladers for so long, like having your hands on the inside, like, so that's really cool.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, honestly, I'm like 10%. I get 90% credit, but I'm like 10% of the work. My wife she's the one who's like,
Yeah.
So shout out Kendall.
yeah,
Kendall
Kendall's
Card.
like-
Give it up for Kendall. Doing all the work. Is Kendall here?
she makes it happen. I'm just like,
Is
yeah.
Kendall- is
hey,
Kendall here?
I don't think she is, but
Oh.
she's right there. Yeah.
Oh, there she is, yeah.
Also, it's my daughter's 3rd birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
She's here. Yeah.
I can say that being someone who worked with Woodward after Richie became here, the vibe is completely different. I feel it's been rejuvenated. The last time I was here, I was a little low in spirits, but like coming back, seeing the changes, seeing just like everyone, like the staff, I can say from an outside perspective that it's way better, like way better.
I've heard similar things too. I've never been involved enough to notice that, but I've heard similar things.
100%.
And even like right before Richie and Pam showed up, everyone was like already relieved that like they were coming.
And it was still amazing beforehand, once again.
Yeah,
But
you can't-
Yeah, totally.
It's like, okay, I really like this, but I couldn't believe it could be that much better.
Yeah.
I didn't. So that's what we have now.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's good. Is there anything else that you want to
Yeah,
talk
I mean,
about?
unless do you guys have anything else you want to close out on before we bring Richie on?
You remember that clip that just happened on the Woodward edit?
Yeah.
The last one? The 180 over the double set?
Yeah.
You want to hear any of that? That was my footage that was filmed there.
Okay, so tell us about it.
Yeah, that was George Veasy. He's like a local kid from our hometown, and he was just a little Grom kid. Well, I guess he's not a little Grom
Well,
kid.
from Utah?
From Utah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
And he's actually Dustin Latimer's family. One of them is like godfather to each other, and he didn't start rollerblading because of Dustin, but he found out that he skated, and he's like, oh yeah, this guy Dustin skates too. He's in my family. He gets like postcards or like family pictures of Dustin Latimer on his thing. And,
No way.
What the hell?
So he's predestined to land that. It was crazy.
That's
But
crazy.
anyways, he's this little Ripper kid from like little 7-year-old Ripper kid, and little and I begged him to come out to Woodward. I was like, dude, you would love it out here. You could work as staff, and I'll be here, in Bud's barn doing nothing while you're work staff, and you'll have a blast. And a week before he did that, he got everyone, and he's like, listen, I'm gonna 180 that set. And everyone's like, whoa, like all these people have tried it. The inline history with that set is like pretty intense. There's been a lot of people attempting it. Yeah. I think Ross Anthony, who was here, I don't know if he's here, but
What?
I think he had an attempt on it.
Wow.
I'd say there's probably like 7 guys that attempted it, and not even close.
Wow.
So everyone's like, whoa, George Veasy is going to try to 180 it. Next week, he announced it. And
He had to announce it. Like
He
that's
did,
a, that's,
yeah,
a,
it was
that's
a
a
big
trick
deal.
you have to announce before you do it.
yeah, and maybe he needed
Guys, meet me there at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
It's like a high school fight.
Don't be late. Yeah, I'll meet you at the flagpole. I'll meet you at the double set, 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Bring the camera.
Don't be late.
Everyone took it seriously. And
Yeah, no.
So George,
Serious.
We're walking down from the Rock. We'd like just done morning instruction or something, and he maybe had put his skates on, maybe not. I can't remember. He didn't have his skates on at the moment. We walk down and we see this crowd, and we're kind of like, whoa, is this really happening? And George is like, I gotta do this.
Pressure's
up in a tough
pressure's
spot.
on. Like all of camp was there. Like
Yeah.
every sport, not just roll. You saw the clip, right?
Yeah.
That was everybody, and they were there before he was there.
Whoa.
They knew it was happening, right? So then everyone's there. The staff, the people that help you if you get hurt.
Yeah. No, the medics?
The medics,
Yeah.
the medics were there.
People-
yeah, they're ready for disaster, right? Everyone's ready.
Everyone's just prepared.
Yeah, disaster. That's what
Well,
everyone
it's
was looking
actually
for.
a
They're
pretty
like,
good scenario, I guess.
Yeah.
Just in case anything happened.
well, they were expecting it,
Yeah.
like
Wow.
this guy's getting hurt.
Whoa.
First try.
I was gonna say.
He goes, warm up, finds out his line to get there, and then he's like, all right, here I go. First try, first go. That's what happened.
Yeah,
And that's
was
it.
laced,
And then
too.
it
So
lit the
perfect.
place up. I've never seen this place. I've been here since 2001. I've never seen this place get that loud for any sport.
No.
Not even any
Damn.
contest, not any trick, nothing. That 180 from an inliner that they all thought was going to fall
Just lit it
blew
up.
this place up, and you could
No.
feel it. It was unreal. It was like the same
Probably
feeling I
just a roar
got
from the camp.
today. It was
That's
unreal.
amazing.
That's crazy. Was that has anyone else in any other sport done that double set?
No. I think Josh Casper, if you've ever heard of him, skateboarder, really good. He tried it and got really hurt.
Yeah.
He tried to gap into a board at the bottom to test it,
Oh,
and just
that sounds way worse.
it was a bad
I
idea.
can't believe
Yeah.
I can't believe he even tried that.
Yeah.
No BMXers have tried it though.
I don't know. I don't know any history about that.
What's great about that video is I spent this whole weekend walking up the stairs and thinking like, there's no way, and there's proof right there.
Yeah.
And it happened.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I think that everyone has the appreciation now because we're all like beat up. We have Woodward hip.
Yeah. Woodward
We're like,
hip.
wow, people were doing some insane stuff.
Yeah, that was an era of hammers too.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's
I know
funny
you guys
because
know.
before I knew that trick happened or saw that that clip happened, I was just like looking at that set just earlier today, and I was like, oh, it'd be cool if like you jump, hit the middle part, and
But
then
you didn't know
jump the
anyone
other
jumped
bit.
that until
No, I didn't.
today.
I didn't see it till I saw the edit. But I was like, oh, you could jump the first set and land and jump the other set.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That's probably harder than jumping the whole thing because the middle is pretty small on that.
Yeah. No, it's I don't know. It's
I mean,
pretty
you're
long.
good at that stuff. That's not my
uphill
jurisdiction.
landing too.
Really?
He landed on a knuckle, yeah, and like bounced. If you watch the clip, and like
Yeah, he did do a little bounce.
his feet bounced, and like
I thought he was just a springy fella.
he had to spring. The only reason he landed it is because he's a springy fella. Yeah, it was
So
crazy.
good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for organizing it. Thank you for coming on the show. Check out Oak City Skate Shop by Long. Cameron, you're down the block. We'll see you.
Yeah.
All right. Give another round of applause for these guys.
Thanks, guys.
I got too much shit over here. You gonna go skating now, Long?
Yeah, I'm sending it.
Thank you so much. It's good people right here.
Once again, Cameron, Card, and Long. Give it up.
Now, we also have a very special guest as
Very
well.
special.
I forgot to say at the top of the show, we have a lot of special guests today.
That's always special.
It's always special.
Yeah. Everyone on the show is special.
We have someone, I'm not even sure of his title here. Do you know his title here?
We're going to find out.
Oh, we're going to find out. Everyone
But
give
his
it up.
title in our hearts is New York Secret Weapon.
He's the New York City secret weapon. Give it up for Richie Velasquez. My bad. I just realized there's only 4 mugs and there's 5 of us total. So
That's all right. I'll drink out of what
You start
Long
double
is
fisting
drinking
them?
right here.
I think Cam left some water in
Oh,
his.
good.
Cam, did you touch your water?
I'm
Do you have-
good.
do you have-
Okay,
all right.
there you go.
We've made out
He
before.
doesn't have cooties. He
You
doesn't
guys
have
are
cooties.
close.
Yeah, we're
What
that
happens at
close.
Woodward stays at Woodward, huh?
Absolutely.
All right.
So what is your title here?
Well, I'm marketing director here, but I fill in a ton of different positions. So digital content, marketing, IT. Sometimes I have to clean the toilets here. So I mean, you're at Woodward.
Everything.
You need to kind of fill in
Be
every
flexible.
position. I
Yeah.
think there are about I don't know half of you guys that have worked here, so you understand the system here. Yeah, it's good though.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
And what is-
this is life here?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And what does your wife Pam do?
Pam is the general manager.
Straight up.
General manager.
the boss.
She's the boss. She's the boss here,
Yeah.
and she's the boss at home. So I am not afraid to admit that.
Hey,
So I
every
don't
man
have
has to.
I don't have to go to bed with you guys. I have to go to bed with her. So no, she's my life. She's the best.
Shout out Pam.
Yeah, hell yeah. Pam rock.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And you, so you recently came here. You said 2016, right? And in 2016, you finally moved here.
Yep, we had been working with Woodward since I was here in '99, and I was here as a counselor. And when you're here as a counselor, you work like certain weeks as a counselor. Then you work certain weeks as an OSI, which is like an open skate instructor. But I had counseled that year for like 13 weeks of the 14-week summer. So I think I hold the record for counseling.
Really?
Yeah, you have to you have to be in the cabin with kids, and you have to
Damn, 13 weeks.
basically take care of these kids. And
Yeah.
the coolest thing about that is that I think that I'd always wanted to come to Woodward as a kid, but I like same with Cameron. I couldn't afford it, and just to be here as a counselor and to give that to the kids of an experience that I never knew about, and an experience that I didn't know what to expect, but to just like hang out with these kids who from all over the world was great. I actually remember that year, first week having the Texas boys, and if you don't know the Texas boys, it's like Chris Fleener, it's like I don't know.
Sean Robertson.
I didn't have Sean, but Sean showed up that year, I believe. Grant Thurston, rest in
Okay.
peace. I mean, those guys were Texans.
Yeah.
They were crazy dudes, but it was an amazing experience because those guys, they became such good friends. I even, at one point, had Chris Majette as a camper.
Yeah, there's so many
Yeah.
crazy stories like that of people who like
Yeah.
work campers, work counselors here.
Yeah, and I remember me and Majette working on flat spins here. So I mean, it's just like
What year? The 99 you're saying?
it was '99, and then so meeting all those great people, it was a huge honor to meet those kids because it's like, you see them grow up. You didn't know then, but you get to see these kids grow up and to become individuals, and you get to see them become adults, and then you get to live through them in seeing their feeds, and just you become appreciative of the little bit that not that you've done, but just to see those guys
Yeah.
grow up. It's a cool experience for
Mhm.
sure.
So then how did that transition over to your involvement, I guess, in Woodward West or more here?
Absolutely. So went back. We were supposed to move back to New York, Pam and I, and then we found out we were going to have our baby boy Joe. JoJo.
Mhm.
And we decided to move back to Ohio. And we went to Ohio, did some, finish up our schooling. We were in some like really great jobs. Like I think Pam was going to be like the professor at some crazy college. And I was going to work in some computer IT company, making some good money. And then we got the call like, hey, well, how would you guys like to run Woodward West? And we just dropped everything and just took off for the
That's
West
awesome.
Coast. Yeah. It was a big move for us, but it was the right move. Our hearts lied at Woodward, and that's where it still lies today. So
Yeah, you've been involved for many, many years.
many years, and it's been I don't know, it's just been an amazing experience, and we wouldn't take anything. I don't think, I wouldn't take anything back.
Yeah.
So
You would never imagine as a kid, like, wanting to be like, oh, I want to go to Woodward to skate one day, and, like, you're here still, however many years later, almost 20 years later, you're married to the GM.
yeah, right.
Now you have an in at Woodward. Finally, you can skate for
You
free.
got it in now?
It's like chess. I played it right. So no, it's great. It's been an amazing life, and I attribute a lot of it to what we've done. It's just blading is, it's been my life, and I attribute. I mean, I met my wife through blading.
Yeah.
We met at 108.
I wanted to ask that because I wasn't sure about, like, Pam. She used to skate
She
too?
used to skate. She was awesome. She killed it. She
Yeah.
competed, and she was on top of her game, and I had to like step it up. But no, we met at Riverside Park.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yep.
So, so you're from Brooklyn,
Yep.
and this was back then when you were still living in Brooklyn when you met her?
Yep.
And she was living in the city? Because I think she's not from New York, is she?
Nope, she's from Ohio. She was
Okay.
visiting with Eddie Campos, rest in peace. She was there doing some like kids shows, and she decided to go up to 108th, and I ended up showing up because I was shooting with Taco Tiara, and
Wow.
yeah, I mean it's crazy because like I wasn't even supposed to go there, but Taco called me. He's like, "Look, let's go shoot some photos." So went up. Got to meet Pam, and that night we just went out, had a great time, and it's from there. It's
How'd it go from there to Woodward, just curiously?
so from there. she had worked at Woodward in '98, and she just told me about this camp, and I knew about Woodward, but it wasn't like you just hear, you see on magazines.
Yeah, it wasn't realistic when you were like a
Yeah,
kid back then.
when you live in Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
Right.
We got a visitor. A cat
There's a
came in.
cat.
Yeah.
And she kind of hooked it up. She talked to some of the people there, said you need to hire this guy because he's awesome. I mean, come on.
Mhm.
Yeah, come on.
But no, and then we got the job and worked at counseling, and it was awesome. Yeah,
It's really cool.
yeah.
Did you and Pam? Did she ever beat you in skate?
Several times. I hate to
Several
admit
times.
that. I didn't think that question was gonna come up. So, all right, she did.
Try to keep that one down, right?
Yeah. I try to keep that one down.
So
Told
with
me
your
not to ask that one.
should have just known. With your involvement in Woodward over all these years, what are like some like important things maybe, or maybe like the most important thing that you learned about just action sports in general, not just inline, but like maybe the way we work together, or maybe mistakes that certain industries have made over the years. Like, do you see that kind of stuff happen? Do you like learn from that stuff?
Yeah, I think that one of the things that we were super passionate about, after like 2003, 2004, 2005, it was a big year for me. I was like competing in essays and like NIST contest, and I think that those things I felt like they got a lot of flack because there was just like you had your pro circuits, you had your pro riders that were competing in street contests, and then you had this this competitive series that was it was a ramp contest basically.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like, in my mind, when I see those things, I think like it's important to have a little bit of competition in skating.
Of course, yeah.
Because you see, you have little league football, you have little league baseball, you have a lot of these skateboard contests are gearing towards the younger kids. I felt like we focused a lot on like the pro aspect of the sport, that we lost track of of the amateur base. You know, awarding those kids and seeing what, you know, these guys are doing now is it's really inspiring. Like, you know, like Ramp Camp, you know, Tim, who's here, you know, that's amazing. Miguel with the Caminos, gotta love that guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, but providing
Shout out
that
Miguel.
option, yeah, shout out to
All
Miguel,
day.
man, all day. I wish that guy was here. But me and Miguel always had this thing about just providing kids with just an experience that we experienced as well, and awarding them for that, you know, for them skating, just holding small contests and making part of your contest a kid contest, super important.
Yeah.
Why? Because we don't have that, you know. We're seeing it now, but there's just a ton of kids that want to be awarded. They want to be like hyped up.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to see that at Blade Cup, they're going to be doing that.
And they
you
want to be
know.
a part of something too.
Exactly. And the same with the Bladies, just kind of separating that. And I think that's what I took out of a lot of that, you know, going through this whole Woodward transition of inline being a PA, you know, the numbers going down. You know, where we're at today, where West offers the inline program is great right now. And then where we at to where we can offer this to this group right here. It's huge because we can offer that experience at one shot. But if we have, the issue here is that if we have, let me say this the right way, if we have a camper, an inline camper, show up a certain week and he's the only inline camper here, it's just not a good experience for him.
Yeah.
You know, so this is the best solution right here, is to have a shitload of people here and to show the trueness of what inline is about. So, you know.
Now, you used to, I don't know if we used to have the AIL, the Amateur Inline League. That's what it was?
Yeah, AIL.
Were you involved in that or what? Because that
Yeah.
was kind of similar to what you were speaking about, like younger kids getting involved in competing.
Yep.
And was that something that you were doing?
That was like
Who was involved in that?
Our passion. In 2005, we started that with Corey Miller. Pam and I just decided, you know what, it's important for us to offer that experience to
So you
kids.
always knew that?
Yeah, I think that we just always felt that we were always passionate about kids, you know, and so we started this amateur contest, and you know, rollerblading was a big part of it, and we did, I think, 14 stops around the U.S. It was crazy, and we were able to bring that to the faces of a lot of the amateurs in the field, and it was cool. It was just like, I still get, you know, people that come up to me, they're like, yeah, I remember that contest we held.
There were some good ones.
Yeah.
It was like a junior ASA.
Yeah, it
That's what it
was. Yeah. And I mean, it's cool to hear that, you know, that we affected, you know, some of these guys that were here competed in the contests,
sure.
I bet.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It was we did 14, I don't know, we did a ton. We did so many contests. But that was our focus. You know, I was still competing, but, you know, it's the next level. I think that the guys that we were competing against those days in the pro circuit, I mean, shit was going off. Like,
You were going crazy.
I had several really good years, and I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was a great experience. But you know, I brought over a shirt just to show you guys. Is it around here?
Yeah.
But if you look at it's crazy, because if you look at the list of guys, like, this is an amateur circuit T-shirt that I still have. And
What year is
was
it? 98?
No, it was from 90.
Yeah, 90.
98. And look at the
I was
name.
going through that list before.
Look at the name on those guys.
You got Ruben
it's like
Feinberg,
Mike Redabaugh, Ben Weiss,
Vinny Minton, Brian Shima,
Rob
John
Leovanos.
Elliott.
Yeah.
Jason Stinsman on there.
Yep. It's crazy. Like the competitive nature of it was hectic then. But I don't know, that whole competition level of ASA skating, I think it was a great experience for me. So we had to offer that with the AIL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was cool. What
Yeah,
was
it
the
was
reason
really
you
awesome.
stopped doing that? Just got too busy?
Just got several reasons. Got too busy for sure. But we started to see a downtick in numbers, and then
right.
it was just there were some events that we just ended up paying out more than what we were. We'd love to give back, but there's a certain point where you're like, you know what?
Yeah, it's just too much
Somebody
sometimes.
messed up a room. I have to pay for that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's why we just asked, like, you have these events,
Mm-hmm.
and you just be respectful.
Yeah.
That's it. I give this event it's about Long and Cam, all the work they put in. It's the reason I wear this shirt today.
Right.
But those guys are the main event here. So, but respect what they've done, and this will happen again and again.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
awesome.
Yeah.
Gotta leave a good impression.
Oh, definitely,
Mhm.
definitely. We're
Gotta
at that point.
Gotta impress Pam.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Can't get in trouble. Don't want to be in the doghouse.
No, because I'm the one that pays that price for you guys.
It's Richie's ass on the line. No one else.
Yes.
It's not ours. It's Richie's ass on the
Even
line.
if I'm not involved.
So I saw JoJo today,
Awesome.
and I saw your daughters, and so JoJo's doing Red Bull Crashed Ice, and your daughters are quad skating, right?
Yep.
So if you want to get into that?
Yeah,
Because-
absolutely. So, JoJo's been, for those of you who don't know, Johanny Velasquez. He's my son. I just so proud of that kid. He's not only has he been training hard for his hockey stuff, but last year he had the chance to compete in Red Bull Crashed Ice, and for those of you that don't know about Crashed Ice, it's like there's a lot of guys that call me like, hey, I want to do that Crashed Ice stuff. I'm like, it's not the same, man. It is not. You could ask Cameron and Jimmy. They went and they competed. They had an awesome time, but it's so different.
Yeah.
Converting from ice to, from blade to ice, it's a different world.
Like night and day, huh?
Yeah. So, but Joe went and he was invited. Joe's been on his skates since he was 2. I made sure that, made sure he was on
Yeah,
his
right.
skates since he was 2. But then he started playing ice hockey when he was 10. So he's been playing good 8 years, 7 years. And for him to understand blading in the ramp world or the street world, and then for him to take that over to ice, it's just like it's the perfect marriage of a skater that's going to do that. So last year he did his first contest and he ended up placing 2nd place overall in the world.
That's good.
His first one?
Yeah. And he killed it, man. And it's just like, you get emotional thinking about it because,
Mhm.
that's
It's a
your
little
kid
boy.
out there,
Yeah.
Little boy, he's taller than me. What are you talking about?
Seriously, he's so tall
He could
now.
beat me up right
He's
now.
so big.
Good Lord. Yeah. No, but he's, he's great. He's just, if you haven't met him, meet the kid. He'll give you the time, he'll shake your hand. He'll look you in the eye. That's what I'm most proud of. And then the girls have been skating the same thing, and they're doing quad skating right now. They're all over the place with sports, but they're skating with Moxie skates.
Mhm.
So
Cool.
shout out to Moxie.
Oh, shout out Moxie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing big things.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
buddy.
That's
You're
our
up
friend
next.
again.
Don't go too far. You're up next.
Yeah. This Badger.
But that was I remember last time I was here, we briefly got to hang out, but you were like, yeah, I want to go skate with my daughters, whatever. I was like, really? And then you pull up to the bowl and she has her quads on and you're still skating, flying around, so you get to skate with your kids still.
Always. I mean,
That's
whenever
cool.
I get the chance, that's like, that's very, very special to me.
Yeah.
It
It seems like it at the moment.
Yeah.
You can tell.
It's great. I mean, to see my daughter jumps the mega ramp.
That really? On the quads?
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's ridiculous.
Jeez. Fish, did you jump the mega ramp yet?
Yeah.
I'm scared of jumping.
But no, they're great girls. And then we have a little guy that he's still trying to figure out. But he's adopted 7-year-old. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's a dancer. I wish I could get him up here to do like the Fortnite dances. 'Cause he's really good at it. So I've been trying.
If you have any clips, send it and we'll put it in post.
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
Sounds good. I'll send you some. But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, this weekend's been great, but this weekend is all about, Long and what Cameron has done. Those guys, they work together with Jan and just big props to those guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
For sure.
Now, there has been, I'm sure everyone knows, like there's been a huge downfall in blading and camp at Woodward, especially Woodward East. It was, we lost our, I mean, there's none anymore, but we lost our little blader on the sign. I know that hit the community hard. Now, I mean, we're not campers, but we're still, bladers, whether adults or kids, whatever it may be. Do you think there's a way to get numbers like this back in the camp? Like, what do you think what needs to be done to get that to happen?
I think the focus is to get kids hyped on skating, on blading. I think, get those kids out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, what Miguel and Ramp Camp is doing and Shimity's Ramps are doing, just getting kids out there and getting them engaged in that community. That's the most important thing. And for West, they host. You see it.
Mm-hmm.
Miguel has like 18 campers there.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's hard to offer that experience when there's, if we open it up all season,
Mm-hmm.
like when we get one camper, it's just not a good experience.
Yeah, they don't
for
have a
those
good
kids.
time.
Yeah, so we try to condense it. There's definitely options to bring it back to
Mm-hmm.
condense it. And as long as as we're here, I'm always in support of whatever we're doing here. So
Totally.
I'd love to see it. Because
we
that's
all
my
would.
heart.
Yeah, we
So,
all would.
Yep.
Hopefully these numbers translate into campers one day.
Absolutely. We have a lot of parents here that are having.
Yeah, there we go.
They're old enough to have kids, so have kids.
Put blades on your
Yeah.
kids' feet.
Have
Bring them to
kids.
camp.
Yeah.
That's how we got to make blading grow.
Yeah, exactly.
All you guys have kids.
At least 4 kids.
Said all you guys have kids.
4 kids. Yeah, I have 4. I'm already ahead of the game. So, but
You're growing it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. No, huge shout to everybody that has kids out there.
Shout out to all the moms and dads out there.
Yes, exactly.
We have all family people on our show today. You, Cam, Long,
Yeah.
all you guys.
Oh my gosh, there's so many. I mean,
Everyone's growing up now.
It is. It's crazy. From I could look in this audience right now and see like Guy and Majed and I just Mike the Falcone, the people that have been here that for years, and the people that have kids. I'm sorry if I'm not mentioning you, but I mean, just get your kids into skating. And get
That's
those
one way
other
to,
kids. Yeah.
If the numbers aren't going to happen, we're
Yeah,
going to make them happen.
Yeah,
We're going
exactly.
to make them happen. We're literally going to make our own soldiers.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
And so your nickname has been the secret weapon. We could tell by your forearms. Boom, show them up. Where did that come from? Why are you the secret weapon?
Who gave you that name? I'm curious.
It was in part like I know that Robert Disla was the secret weapon at one time, and then
He was the first secret weapon?
he was the
Damn,
first
there's more
secret
than one
weapon.
of you guys?
Damn, that
man.
should have been a question. Dang. But like basically like the Dislas gave me like between a mixture of the Dislas and Ray Mendez.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where that came from, and it just kind of stuck. I mean, I'm willing to pass it on to the next New York secret weapon, but it's kind of stuck. And,
Do they have to get the tattoo for it to count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, they have to earn it. So yeah.
Future New York secret weapon. Expose yourself.
Yep.
Let yourself be known.
I am just pushing kids right now.
That's awesome.
There's a whole bunch of great New York skaters that I've just kind of followed, and it's just pride. You get pride to see that.
Yeah.
That New York, those guys coming out of there.
Yeah.
And just kind of experience the same thing. I went through, and it's a struggle,
Mm-hmm.
but seeing that community come out of there is really powerful, especially now. It's crazy because like I feel like for a long time there was a big focus on the California part of blading, and now it's just kind of all over the
Mm-hmm.
place. So yeah, you're getting bladers from all over the world. You're getting to see it, but then East Coast is really loud right now. So
We always loud.
yeah,
Yeah, I
damn
mean-
right. Yeah,
We always loud.
yeah.
Yep.
And
More
you're
events happening like the BPSO and things like that.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
coming out and
Yeah, definitely. Especially the New Yorkers.
more events. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you can always
the
tell
key.
the New Yorkers in a room.
Shout out to Jordan Baez too for their own events all the time in New York.
Yeah,
Ghetto community. He's
Yeah,
always
definitely.
throwing things. So
Seems
shout out
like a
Jordan
party over
Baez.
there.
Jordan's doing good things for us. Definitely.
Yep.
Well, we got 2 parts left of the show.
Yep.
One's a trivia for you.
Okay.
10 questions.
Damn.
Oh, we have 3 actually. We have questions for the audience out here and a giveaway.
Mhm.
And then we also going to do open questions. So anyone out there who wants to ask Richie questions.
Nice.
So are you ready? How do you feel about your blade knowledge? Do you feel like you know things?
Yeah, well, I'm curious
How's
about your blade
memory?
knowledge.
I've had a concussion, so
8?
I'm gonna try my best.
Then our secret weapons on his last concussion here.
Yeah, you know, I'm getting there. Yeah.
So we have Miguel has an 85.
Mhm.
Abdiel,
Abdiel
that was a sad story.
Yeah, he didn't do
Abdiel
too
got like a
good.
30.
Oh,
Something like that. But maybe you could get up there with them.
all right. I'm gonna put on my focus hat right now.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. First one. These questions are like a mix of all this stuff.
Yeah.
First one. Who fakey 720'd El Toro? No one say anything, by the way.
I mean, I gotta say Chris Haffey.
There we go.
go.
Yeah.
Give it up.
Give it up.
Point.
Wow.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's a good start.
Shout out Chris Haffey.
Yeah, we needed a good start this week.
I
compared to
know
last
that
week.
they're gonna get a lot harder from here.
In 2003,
Yep.
there was a Gravity Games.
Yep.
Who won the best trick?
Oh my gosh. Tick tock. Tick.
This is a Miguel Ramos question.
Oh, it is.
2003 Gravity Games. Who won best trick?
I have to tell you the story about that.
Okay.
Shima did want the guitar that I won at Gravity Games.
Okay.
So that would be me, and I'm pretty stoked about that. Not only the win, but that Shima wanted the guitar. So shout out Shima, but that would be me.
So yeah, you. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
You.
All right.
That would have been quite the struggle if you didn't know. that
Right.
one.
Yeah.
That must have been so satisfying, just taking the guitar and be like, I don't even play guitar, Sheila. It's mine.
It's mine. Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna smash it. A rock star. All right. This
Okay,
one's a throwback.
Yeah,
What were the first 2 aggressive skates Oxygen put out? What were the names of the models?
Oxygen. Gosh, I just watched the dang podcast.
You're not paying attention.
I know, yeah. I'm still enthralled with you guys' podcast. The 01 and the OS and the I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a blank on that
You
one.
bailing on this
Okay.
one?
Help me. Wait.
Who knows it out there?
does anyone else out here know
Scream it out. Scream it out. There we go.
I was gonna say the
1.1 to
one or the
3.1.
something. Dang. Okay, I got that one
So,
wrong.
That's right.
that's the wrong one.
Dang, someone knows their
I
stuff.
think I'm head of the game though. Maybe.
I thought that was
Miguel
an easy
got
one
an
too.
85.
Miguel got an
okay.
85.
Dang.
Okay, what were the first grind plates available?
They weren't Scribe. They were the CDS. Was it?
You can't ask us. Gotta tell us.
No.
Gotta straight tell us.
No Phone a Friend on Jump Street podcast.
They weren't Sonic grind plates. I want to say that they were.
This is another Miguel question, I think.
No, another Miguel. Damn
Yeah.
you, Miguel. Cabron. I would have said that in Spanish, but it sounds bad. I'm going to go with CDS.
According to Miguel, it was the Senate wrenches.
Oh, we didn't.
Oh, yeah, we didn't ask you guys. You guys knew? All right, there we go. Yes, they came in the Lightning TRSs.
Well, I see. Okay, yeah, okay.
They came in the Lightning TRSs.
You're right,
It
right,
was the
and-
Senate wrenches.
I keep thinking about the plastic grind plates, though.
Yeah. The first ones
That's,
were metal,
I
though.
think CDS was probably the first plastic, maybe.
I
So
don't even
it's-
want to
it's
go
early.
there. 'cause
That's a
that's
trip
a
up
lot.
We'll leave that
That's
alone.
a gray
Yeah,
area
it's a
right
stretch,
there.
yeah.
All right.
All right, so you have 50 right now. You're 2 out of 4.
Yeah.
So question number 5 is,
FTL.
what did USD originally stand for?
Universal Skate Design?
The original.
Originally stand
Oh, the
for.
original?
Don't ask anybody. Don't look over there.
Yeah.
It stood for
Original?
something before. It stood for Universal Skate Design.
That was the revised name.
That was?
Yeah.
Dang. Oh, so much pressure right now.
You're sweating.
Feeling a little hot
It's
under
not a
these
sweat.
lights,
Yeah,
Richie?
I am. I can call a
You
friend.
could call a friend, but it's
Still
not
call a
going to count.
No,
It's not going on the scoreboard.
United Skate Design?
All right, I'm going to say you don't know it.
Okay, so let's see if anyone in our audience knows.
Yep.
Upside down.
Upside down. Yes. Upside down.
Upside
That
down
was like
skates.
originally
With the
like
Arlo Pro
The
skate.
original skates had upside down skates on them.
I thought
the-
that was
like
a
the
totally
98 ones or
different-
whatever.
I knew about upside down.
Yeah, that's USD.
Remember how good that Arlo Pro skate was?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So good.
They were all sick.
All right, move on.
Okay.
Okay. Who grinded the first kink rail ever?
Is there a photo?
Who grinded the first kink rail ever?
Is there a photo of it on Daily Bread? Was
It could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
I'm gonna say it's Chris Edwards because.
All right, there we go.
That's
All right,
right.
yeah.
All right.
We're back in the game.
Yeah.
He's out of the hole.
We're back in the game.
Okay. You know Bauer Skates? Remember Bauer Skates?
I do.
Do you remember who their first team rider was?
The first team rider had to be. It wasn't Nicky Adams. Yannick Brule. I'm gonna go with Yannick.
Final answer?
Who?
Final answer?
What?
Is that your final answer?
Oh gosh. Nicky. I'll go with Nicky Adams.
Oh, why did
Okay.
you switch it up?
Okay.
You weren't right
You
either
weren't.
way.
They were both wrong.
Yeah, they were both
Yeah.
wrong.
Who was the first?
Anyone out here? Does it, I think I heard someone say AJ.
Yeah.
AJ.
There it
Oh
is.
my
Or
god.
AJ Jackson.
AJ Jackson.
Your boy.
AJ Jackson.
All right, so you're familiar with the cage at the skate park that's here.
Yep.
What was it originally?
So the cage now is Cage 2.0.
I was wondering what the name was now.
Yeah,
What
it's
was it
like,
before?
you know,
Was like
2.0.
what was it before? Was the cage 1.0?
It was. It was. I think it was tennis courts. for
There we
sure.
go.
Okay,
There
good.
we go.
Mike would have killed me.
You can see the first trick in that edit that was that we played before. You
Yeah.
see Roadhouse skating tennis courts and with like a launch box in the middle.
Okay, we just got a couple more.
Okay, good. So I'm on top of the game at least with Abdiel.
Yeah.
So
You got Abdiel.
Yeah,
Yes.
you beat Abdiel. You got 4
Abdiel.
right so far.
still sad.
What Easter egg was found on the original K2 fatties?
Is this a Miguel question?
No. Ortiz
Easter
question.
egg. What Easter egg? The original K2 fatty.
Yes, the ones from like 97 or whatever.
Damn, I own those. Like 4 pairs.
Have you ever changed the wheels on them or anything ever?
I did.
Not well enough, I see.
Not well enough. I'm gonna have to take a pass on this one.
Yeah. Anyone know?
I'm gonna get. You're gonna say,
Yeah. Dang.
damn.
This is a very.
Give it up for Guy.
this
Give it up for
little-
Guy
I
in the
just
front
put
row.
on skates and I just skated
This
them.
guy's a blade encyclopedia.
That's what everyone's gonna start saying now. It was
Yeah.
like I just put on skates and started skating.
Yep.
I didn't live through all this shit. But yeah, he was Tom Heiser who designed the
That's
fatty.
right. Yep.
Drew a little cartoon of him, and he said something. I don't remember what it said, but it was a little cartoon of him under the second wheel.
No
So when you
way.
change your wheels, it's like a little white cartoon.
Thanks, Tom Heiser. Fooled me.
Shout out Tom Heiser.
Shout out Tom Heiser.
All right, that was question number 9. So we have one more question left.
I'm gonna get this one.
You got it.
I hope you got this one. Ready?
Yeah.
Who used to learn Misty flips on a dirty mattress in 1996 under the Williamsburg Bridge in Brooklyn?
Is that a Miguel
Dang.
question?
No.
No.
Yeah, it is.
I can see that being a Miguel question.
We would find those dirty messages anyway. But it's kind of. It was nasty.
No shame.
No shame. That's where I learned my first fakey backflip.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, I had those down.
Dang.
Little 4 foot
Off a ramp? Just like
yeah,
a
off
launch
a ramp
mattresses?
into a dirty mattress.
Jeez.
Yeah, but that would be me.
Yeah. There you
Yes.
go. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Can I stop sweating now?
All right, you got a 50.
50's
That's
not
pretty
bad.
good.
You're in the middle right now.
Yeah, you
It's,
know,
it's not
good.
bad. Yeah.
not bad.
Miguel was 80. Yeah, Miguel's in the lead right now.
Miguel's a legend, though.
You're not last. Yeah, Miguel's like, I don't know what's going on in his brain.
I don't.
He has
studies.
0 concussions.
I've seen
I
Miguel.
think he's had a few,
I
actually.
saw,
He might have.
I saw Miguel taking concussion one time. They put him in the hospital for like a week.
Oh, damn.
And
Maybe it was the opposite. The concussion made him like remember more.
yeah, maybe. I know that he took a hip jump and a biker came, and a little kid biker. He hit, being Miguel, he's not gonna wreck this kid. He was like, I don't know, like 10 feet in there and came straight down to his face. God bless you, Miguel, because that was some rough times.
And the kid was just like,
Yep.
Jeez.
So, but Miguel takes some hits. He's a tall guy. I would not like to run into Miguel.
no way.
Uh-oh. Oh, man, these guys are playing some stuff. I
Like,
don't know
damn,
it
what
is.
was that?
But, no. I'm not trying to run into Miguel.
No, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
And we have a few giveaways for the crowd. So we have a couple more questions maybe so you can answer them.
For you guys.
Yep.
So we already asked Richie the question, who did the first kink rail ever?
Yep.
Does anybody remember what? Just scream it out.
But real quick, should we scream it out or should we do like a show of hands? Because like, what if one person says, "How are we gonna?"
I don't know. What do you guys
Just
think?
scream it out. Actually,
Scream it out. Scream it out. Scream it out. So Chris Edwards did the first kink rail ever. What was the name of the first kink rail ever? So you screamed it and you said it.
Circuit City Kink Rail.
See what I was saying?
You guys are on different things. All right.
You know, it's
okay,
funny.
What size shirts are you guys? Medium? All right, so we're going to give you a medium shirt. So come see us after.
Come see us after the show.
Medium shirt. We'll get you something too, don't worry.
I've seen that. I've seen that kink rail in real life.
In person?
Yeah, and yeah.
Jeez.
Where JoJo used to play hockey, it was right near.
Really?
Right near there.
Then that'd
yeah.
be sick to see.
Yeah,
Still there.
still there.
I'm sure the Circus City isn't there anymore, though.
I don't think so. There's a Blockbuster right near.
Yeah.
There's a Blockbuster. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Go for
Oh
it.
man.
Let me get the lights.
For those of you at home watching from your computer,
Yeah, sorry, you're going to miss this
JoJo's
part.
hooking us up right now with some clips of Richie.
Bigginize that. Can you bigginize that?
I don't think you can. It's on Instagram.
All right. Play that.
Oh
Jeez.
gosh.
What year was that?
Shoddy internet.
What year was that?
This was like gosh, it had to be like 2002 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was where was it, guys? It was in Detroit, Airborne.
Airborne, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a first row contest that I went to, and gosh, I just like went buck wild, and I don't felt good.
You always went buck wild. I was
It
going to
was
ask you that
good,
too,
yeah,
because
it felt
like
good.
most New York skaters, we grew up skating street, and you know we're not that good at ramps for the most part. We don't shine at Woodward, but like you grew up skating in New York, and you were like the opposite. You were always flipping, doing crazy, jumping through rafters, and all this stuff. Like, how did that end up happening? Just growing up at Riverside, or what?
I think I didn't grow up at Riverside. What's crazy is that like John mentioned it before. Is that like I got to skate with those guys at City Skate, and City Skate was a team that basically we went around and did just a ton of shows with Dave Larrick Smith. I don't know if you guys know. You don't remember Juanito, Junito? But all those guys. Most of those guys went on to do the circus. Lance. Westmoreland.
Oh, yeah, I remember Lance.
Yeah, I mean, there's a grip of guys that we would just go and do shows with this great team. I mean, the dream was to get on City Skate. It was awesome. And, the only thing about it was that, like, I skated K2 Fatties, and they skated Oxygen. They were sponsored by Oxygen. And I was
so you're like the black sheep?
Yeah, I did. I was the black sheep. But, no, it was cool because, skating with those guys, they were also like hosting contests. I remember there was one in Hoboken where I got to meet a ton of people that I've never met in my life, but just to see them skate the ramps, it was like enthralling to me. And that's kind of what I got into, is working with City Skate and then working at Chelsea Piers and building ramps, connecting with Ray Mendez, who's a huge part of getting me out there. And working with John Ortiz, I was in that era where it was in between all of those guys and like all the new school guys. So kind of stuck in that era, but it was cool. Like it was cool just to like do shows, and then just skate ramps, and then come to Woodward and skate
Show
a
it
ton
off.
of ramps.
Yeah.
So
you were one of the few who got away and were able to skate ramps. All of us suck.
Yep. Oh yeah. No, it was good. You guys kill it. So
I think we
Do we have something else,
I think we got one more clip lined up.
Oh, it's got to load though, but will it load?
Don't you have a story there, though? You landed on someone?
Oh Lord,
Oh, is that this?
that wasn't it. That
wasn't
was
this.
super hick.
That was super hick. Yeah.
Yeah, way to go, JoJo. Where's Jimmy Hake? Shout out Jimmy Hake.
Jimmy Hake.
Wait, that was
Okay,
what you landed
but-
on?
No.
Oh.
This wasn't the contest, but it was a
Yeah, super hick. I remember that.
yeah. No, it was super Hake.
Was it?
It was bitter cold.
Oh, bitter cold.
Yeah, and
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of something else.
bitter. Well, did you say oh because you heard of the story?
No, I was there. I was there.
You were there?
Yeah, I was there.
Dude, so you know, like it's like finals or something. Like we're getting ready to go, or semifinals, something like that. I don't know. And I'm telling Chris, like Edwards, like yo, I want to jump over like this grip of people, and he's like, all right, I got you. And so you know, Chris Edwards is in his space. I'm getting amped up. You know,
I remember this.
Yeah, you remember it now.
so I drop in.
Is that
and
vertigo?
I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, vertigo. And he's like, let's go. And I'm like hauling ass. And then I jump this crowd. And then, you know, you get to that certain point, you know,
Yeah.
that horizon where
Yeah.
you see a group of people and you're like, oh my God, there's more people
Yes.
than you imagine.
It's too many people.
And so all of a sudden I have no control. I have to land on somebody.
Yeah.
And I see
So
Jimmy.
you picked the toughest guy. You're like,
Yeah.
it looks like he can take it. I'll land on him.
And his eyes went like, oh. And he had a hat on, and Davey Blair will tell you the story the best. But I seriously landed on him so hard, and you know, it's crazy because like he falls and I fall, and I'm looking around and I feel super bad, and I'm like, oh shit, my leg.
You're like, ow, my leg.
Ow.
The guy's like sleeping on the floor.
You like went bowling through a crowd of
Yeah,
people.
I think I think he broke his hat and I completely broke a hat that he had, like some crazy. And no, you know, for years we had just played off that we hated each other. So you know, it was a good story. So you know,
You
we
just
might
see
as
him
well.
usually like, hey man, what's going on? He'd be like, hey, what's going on? But like really, it's like, God damn you.
Yeah, online,
He'll never forget Richie Velasquez.
On MySpace, he would you know talk crap about it. Is that MySpace
Really?
days? Yeah.
Did
you
he?
know. Yeah.
Oh, that's.
We played it off together.
funny.
That's the way to do it, right? You got to build a character.
I guess
That's
so.
it.
Yeah,
And then
well, you
play
gotta have
on it.
character, yeah.
Yeah. We tried.
That was a crazy memory. I completely forgot about that.
No, much love to that dude. Jimmy.
That was a very Richie moment, I feel like.
Yeah, it was. Just you know, just huck it. So
Yeah.
and land on somebody if you can.
Sometimes you got to.
No.
Jeez. Did you grind? Oh.
This is not airborne, right?
That's airborne. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, there you go.
That guy was stoked.
Colin Martin.
It's the same clips, right? Jeez.
Dang.
So you were,
You could kill it, please.
I'm saying you were always in the
Thanks, Jojo.
rafters.
Always in the rafters.
Always in the rafters.
Yeah, right?
Hey, you know what? I don't know why I didn't wear a helmet then, but
I was
Not a
watching
good
that and I
idea.
was like, man, you really took some risk with no helmet there.
yeah, no, I won't ever do that. I will not promote that anymore. I just wear a helmet, kids.
You got a family now. too.
Yeah,
You wanna do that?
seriously. Yeah.
Take care of your brain. Trust
Take
me.
care of your brain.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't finish our giveaway,
No.
Okay.
but we still have 2 more to go through. So
Okay.
You will.
So I'll do this one.
yes.
I guess it's the first one. So just be quick because this one is.
Yeah, scream it out.
I think a few people know this one. What was the title of VG5?
Supernatural.
Boom.
Why did
Who's
you
that?
ask
There
me
you
that?
go.
All
Back
right.
there.
Did you win again?
All right. No, different guy, right?
someone else. Just
All
this
right, so-
area. He's just killing it.
So come see us after the show, and we have show of hands, anyone here been skating for a year or less? No? These are all OGs? Damn, 2 years? Wow, legit, 3 years. 4 years. 4 years?
Nice.
Really? You been skating 4 years? Yeah.
4 years.
All right. Well,
All right, so that's our winner right there.
that's our winner right there.
The newest guy.
Sick.
What size shirt are you? Medium. Okay.
Cool. Come see us after the show.
Come see us after the show. There you go. We just wanted to give some stuff away. You guys all win Jump Street hats and shirts and stuff like that. So we'll hook you up after the show. And
Do we have? So we're gonna give you guys the mic. Whoever has questions for
is there
Richie.
anybody who has questions for Richie or
Yeah, does anyone
whoever
ha-
was on tonight?
Yeah, Richie or for whoever was.
Whoever.
Yeah, exactly. We'll pull.
For these guys.
We'll pull
You have
Cam
questions
up.
for these guys?
There's a
Right.
microphone. Oh,
Also, shout out to my wife Amanda, who's been helping us out with every episode
Shout
so
out,
far.
Amanda.
Shout out Amanda.
She's always behind the scenes, and you see her in the reflection on the TV on our show back at home.
yes.
So go long. You have a question?
Are you FR for life?
Is that me?
Yeah. Are you FR for life?
I was at Far for Life. Like, yeah, the
I was FR for life.
great story on that. Actually, I was like when I started skating, Dave Ortega lived like right across from my house. So I grew up with Dave. It's crazy because I always saw him as this crazy kid, and I saw him one time with a pair. He was skating. He started skating, and he had this flagpole. And a flagpole you can jab it into and he had it like this, and he went down a slide, and you know how like the slides have that rubber mat, and stabbed it in there as he's coming down a slide, and the thing came so close to his face, and I tripped out on this kid. Like, I was like, are you crazy? And I just like floored at this kid who I've seen. I mean, David was a lot younger than me. But then, like I started skating with these Bowers, these old Bowers, and I'd see Dave, and we'd just go out skating. And then we saw this, you saw Airborne for the first time, and that was it. Like, we were hooked. But at the time, like I was like a DJ or something like that. And Dave continued skating, and he actually went on to like compete, and he brought me to this first NIST contest, and I was like floored. That was my first experience watching these guys skate. Cesar Dave, Dion Anthony, like all these legends. And he invited me to hang out with all these dudes right after. He's like, you got to come hang out. I'm like, all right, cool. I showed up in my, like, I don't know, some crazy shitty skates. And I showed up in some like board shorts. I was so not down with these dudes. But I remember grinding this flat rail and falling straight on my back. And that was my first impression of the FR team. So thanks for bringing that up, because that was my first experience. Yeah, that's amazing.
Are they making a comeback?
Dude, so
Rumors are
Did
around.
you? Oh.
am I FR for
Rumors.
life? Yeah, I'm FR for life.
I got that sticker on my skate too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one, man. That's a good
Is there anyone else who has a question? We got back there.
At Bitter Cold in Boardman, Ohio, first and foremost, props for landing the putt slide on the down rail.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
360 into the crowd. Did you intentionally do that, or did you think you were going to clear that group of people?
No, I totally thought I was clearing. I was totally clearing. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. I thought from the vision of my, like where I saw, I was like, yeah, I could totally make it. I keep blaming Chris, but it wasn't Chris's fault. It was my fault. Thanks for asking that.
Do we have anything else? Any other questions? Say your name too, actually, by the
Hey,
way.
my name's Austin Black from Nashville, Tennessee, here with the crew.
Shout out
Shout
Austin.
out Nashville.
Yeah, man, I just wanted to, how do y'all feel about, like, I know there's a lot of OGs here, but the guys who skated back in the day and, like, lived their own life and, like, totally separate from blading, and, like, in the past, like, 1 to 3 years, like, they've come back to it.
Like, just what are our thoughts on that, or?
Yeah, like, are y'all seeing that, like, resurgence of, like, people who just never thought they would skate again, and they throw them back on and they're back?
I think it's always there. It'll never go away. You know, I had a crazy talk with Ezekiel Anderson, and he put it the best way. He's like, you know what? There are only maybe 2 or 3 bobsled, whatever, like, you know, like the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
There's one in Park City. There's one in New York. Those guys are forever gonna, you know, they're committed to that. And you guys all here have the heart for what you do, you know. So there's, I'm proud of that fact that it's in our hearts, and no matter what, we're always gonna be bladers, inline skaters, fruit booters, like, you know. I got that, you know. I'm proud of the fact that we're always gonna be. It's always there. So
it is definitely always within you. And I remember, like, of course, we're seeing that also. Everyone's coming back, but everyone always wants to relive, like, the childhood, I guess. So they're always, you know, circling around to it. And I have a huge group of friends back home also that stop skating and come back, or like every, you know, they're on and off, whatever. I remember, like, one of my friends who stopped skating for a long time, maybe like 5 or 6 years, something like that. And then we were hanging out one time. He was like an EMT or something like that, and he was in front of a building, and he told me, he's like, yo, there's like, I saw this building, these rails, and like, I just couldn't stop picturing myself like topsailing this rail. And he's like, Austin, you're going to be doing that for the rest of your life. And like, I think that just stays with you, you know. It's just like, you're always going to have that vision in your head. And we've been doing this for so long already, and it's been with us for such a large part of our lives that you can't escape it. It's just, you're always going to see that. And I completely believe him that I'm going to be 60 years old, like, you know, doing whatever and seeing a spot and like, damn, I would have killed that back in the day. Like, I would have loved to session that back in the day.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
For me, I just, you know, I've seen a lot of people leave and people find other interests, because I think, you know, when you have so much of blading being such a part of your life from so early on, that you want to experience other things and kind of just like go test it out or discover different parts of yourself, and that's fine. But, you know, I find it's like, you know, it's hard to completely leave the thing because you're so much a part of it, especially when you've connected so much of your time to it. So I think people often make an attempt to try to find new things, and they do, but they end up coming back to blading just because it's like that home with all the friends, and they end up integrating those new interests into their blading life, or their blading becomes a secondary or a third thing in life. But it's, you know, still,
it's there.
Yeah, it's there. It's always there.
Especially
like
when
you try to escape it and you can't.
Especially when you have a wife that looks at a rail and goes, "Oh, look at that rail."
Yeah, right?
So crazy.
Oh, you're that's it. You're done. The kids,
you're
the
done.
wife,
The whole family, everybody.
Yeah.
You'll never escape
look
it.
at that
It's
rail.
going family. She's like, oh, son, look at that. Yeah.
I'd be like, I would have killed that row. They'd be like, no, you wouldn't.
Watch me. Put him on.
Broken.
Does anyone else have a question? Oh, we got one over there. Oh.
Also,
Richie son, by the way, guys, what's up?
Hey.
Shout out JoJo.
So Davey Blair direct messaged me on Instagram right now. He said, tell your dad to explain the stuntman after Gravity Game 1.
Oh, man. Dang, Davey, you got me. So the stuntman after Gravity Game, after hanging out with Vanilla Ice. True story.
Nice.
Man.
This like Prime Ice?
Ninja.
Like Ice Ice Baby
Ninja.
days? Was it
Yeah,
Ninja Ice?
no, this was after Prime Ice, before you know, the TV show.
After
okay.
Yeah, so
The downfall.
we you know, we decided, let's take a tequila shot, and I heard about the stuntman shot. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I heard about the stuntman shot from a couple of BMXers, and I was like, yo, let's do the stunt. I just won Gravity Games, why not, right? Yeah. So a stuntman shot is a tequila shot, but you take the tequila. How do you take a tequila shot? Right, you
Salt and lime, you mean?
right, bite the lemon. Wait.
No, is it salt at the end and you bite the lemon?
Yeah, salt, shoot, and then lemon.
Right, yep.
But in a stuntman shot, you snort the salt.
Oh, that's what it is. I seen
You
that.
shoot the
recently, too.
tequila, and then you take the lime and you put
Squirt
it
in your eye. So you did that before?
Davey and Blair and I have done that several times.
All right. So what is the worst part about that? Is it the shot, the snorting the salt, or the lemon in your eye?
I don't think. I mean, I think it's
all-
the
they all
salt.
suck.
probably
The
The
sucks.
salt, but
The
there
salt,
really
yeah.
is no bad part of that as long as you're doing it with your friends, right, Davey?
Right?
I didn't know that was the name of that.
Shout out to David Blair.
Yeah.
I love that guy. I miss that guy so much.
Yeah, he's the man.
Before we get to any more audience questions, Michael Bennett wants to know your favorite Woodward memory.
My favorite Woodward memory. Dad, there's so many. My favorite
Let me get
Woodward
an east
memory.
and a west, real quick.
I want to say that it wasn't my. It's a great story. I'm gonna go through it real quick because I know that we're limited on time. But I was like that during that 13 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I was I counseled. And then that 1 week. There's 14 weeks. I took 1 week to help our ramp. Our engineer for ramp building in Nate Wessel, and it was like super sunny outside. It was like a Friday, and so I helped him. Had my shirt off, just knocking down these ramps. I think it was the I don't know, in front of Lot 8 there was like these jumps or something like that, and so I had to counsel the next day, and so I had a bad sunburn. Like I don't do well with sun. I had the worst sunburn, and she's gonna hate me for this, but so I had to counsel, and it was like 2 a.m, and I'm like dying with the sunburn, and so I have a camper. He had to go down to told him to go down to see Pam and get me some aloe for my back, and so he comes back up, and he finally gets back up, and I put this stuff on my back, and I'm like rubbing it with a wet towel, and I'm like, oh, good, it felt awesome. And then all of a sudden, like half hour later, it was the worst itching ever. You asked me my best, but this is pretty. But and then so I'm like itching like crazy, and I think I knocked myself out of sleep. But then I wake up in the morning and I look up to see the bottle of aloe that she gave me, and it was VO5 shampoo.
No.
Wait, she's.
Wait, you have more to that story, fam?
Yeah.
It's the fact that he sees no problem sending a camper at 2 a.m. So you have to understand that the cabins are up by
She's
Cloud
trying to-
9,
yeah.
And he sends a camper all the way down
My-
to the office.
I don't
at
think
2 a.m.
anybody's gonna hear you, Pam.
To knock on my door.
So yeah, it's my bad for sending the camper
So
down.
real quick, was the VO5 a mistake, or was it just like, you know what?
Hey, screw you.
Want some help? Take some VO5.
No, there's a ton of great memories. That was just one impactful one where I knew that she loved me. So
You just felt that one.
yeah,
Right in here.
Oh, right in here. I think, but to answer, the question, it's just like, to me, it's just seeing all the people that came through there.
Mm-hmm.
Just so many great athletes, so many great people that are like I consider my family now.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that Woodward, made me. Blading made me. Just those memories are, the most important to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thanks,
Wow.
Mike.
Yeah, there you go. You should be
Shout
here right
out,
now,
Mike.
but
You should be here, Mike.
right now. But what are you gonna do?
Love Mike.
You got involved either way. Is there
Yeah.
any other questions in the audience?
Yeah, I think we'll take probably one or two more. maybe
Or none
one.
more.
Or none.
Or none. That's fine.
Y'all might not
We have one
have
up here.
any
Or?
more.
You got a mic up here?
Oh.
No, front. Amanda, front.
VO5 sunscreen.
What's up? I'm Andy Down from Chesapeake, Virginia.
What's up, Andy?
Welcome to
You
Chesapeake.
kind of hinted at it was important to have competitiveness in blading still.
Yeah.
Do y'all ever talk about doing some sort of like league or reoccurring contest here at Woodward?
That would be, to me, what's most important is to do any, if I do any contest, it's just about kids. Like, it would be great to offer that to the older folk, but I just feel like at this point we don't see kids doing it as much. When we go to a park, man, I'm sure that everybody gets it. People are like, where the hell did that come from?
Right.
So it's just and it's cool to see it because people are like stoked on it. And so for kids to like like I said, to experience that competitiveness, to have something to strive for, I think that's, if we were able to do that again, I would continue with the AIL and work with Miguel and just try to get a few contests per year, right? We always did it prior to Late Cup, and it always worked well. I would love to get back into it. So we'll see. I gotta get with Miguel. I made all the trophies. Miguel and I were up late making trophies.
You guys are both hard workers.
But yeah, thanks
Hard
for
work
the
into it.
question. Yeah,
thanks.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that anybody wanted to ask or say or anything? Oh, we got one over there.
Damn, it's Mike.
You're on the air.
Mike Falcone.
Hi, Richie.
Hey.
So, in that early edit of Woodward's or Inline's impact on Woodward, I think it was Billy who pointed out the Morton Bowl that used to be right where you guys are literally sitting, which is a ramp that was like my favorite of all time. And when I first worked here in '96, I was like, I need to learn how to skate this ramp like Ryan Zalaki. I wonder if I'm saying his name right. I don't know, but that guy could shred that thing. So I was just determined. So I went up. There was somebody skating, and I went up the stairs. I was like, "Can you teach me how to skate this thing?" And it was Eddie Campos, and he was like, "So there's these three things." Yeah, rest in peace, Eddie.
R.I.P. Eddie Campos.
So he explained how to do it. So I was just curious what your background, if you had any background with Eddie Campos, like when did you meet that guy? Any noteworthy stories?
Was that for me?
That was for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So Eddie.
Did you share her first name?
Yes, Eddie's. Eddie was like the legend. I don't know. He was like the king in New York. You aspired to be like Eddie Campos. He was up there with everybody that's coming in from New York. But Eddie actually almost introduced Pam and I. So my experience with Eddie is it's funny because he always watched me skate. He was like, that kid skates like a monkey, So what's crazy because like that kind of like bummed me out a little bit, but then it kind of drove me to be like, man, screw that. So Eddie had he always, it's crazy because he told me like he always knew that something was gonna happen there with me, but he just needed to be a little rough around the edges with me, and it was a cool relationship with Eddie.
Tough love
with Eddie. But yeah, and then so he introduced Pam and I, which if he wasn't there with Pam at 108, I wouldn't have been here. So he was a special dude, and then Pam and him, they had a really special relationship. In what year was it, Mike, that he passed? Was it 99 or Pam? 2000. It was 2001 because we had that Eddie was 2002. That's right. Yeah, he was at our wedding, and in 2002 he was in a horrific motorcycle accident, and I remember us holding a candlelight vigil here for the dude. But man, just that's I don't know. I'm speechless about that guy because just a great dude.
So many good memories, huh?
So many good memories. Yeah,
he was the man.
He was. Shout out Eddie.
All right, shout out Eddie Campos.
Give it up for Eddie Campos. And as mentioned before, as people who are watching online or whatever it may be, or people here maybe not know, that this is the old Morton
building.
And we had the Morton Bowl. It's still the Morton.
Yeah.
We had the Morton Bowl right here where we are sitting right now, which was the iconic kidney shaped bowl that everyone used to skate back in the day.
It's like Tom Fry skating that.
Yeah, Tom Fry, Mike Scott and Eric Schrein, all those dudes.
Classics.
And then back there was the Morton Mini, which was the best mini ever made. Whoever idea to get rid of that should be fired, but that's not my call.
Clark Kurtman is building the Morton Mini right now.
Yeah,
he's building the Morton Mini. What do you mean he's building the Morton Mini?
Basically, right? Oh, it's done.
What do you mean? Explain.
Yep.
Yeah, he built it in his backyard.
A replica.
A replica?
Yeah.
Can't
Everybody
replicate
go
that.
and I don't know if we can say this, but go visit Clark Kurtman.
So how many skaters do we have here? 285. Clark Kirkman. Get ready.
Next event at Clark Kirkman's house.
Dang, he's got the Morton Mini. That's crazy. We have time for another question. If anyone has anything that they wanted to do, if not, we could No? Okay. No one likes this. Okay.
No one
Well,
likes us.
All right.
Guys, thank you for joining us
Well, thank you
on
for
this
joining
special
us.
edition Woodward episode. It was
Yeah.
great having you guys here.
Yeah.
Amazing energy.
We have after this episode, we have another one coming up with Dominic Bruce.
Yes.
So be sure to check that one out also.
That one's going to be a great
He's over
one.
there on the floor.
Dominic's here
He's been
today.
killing it this
Shout
whole
out,
week,
Dominic.
and-
Not only that, he's our first international Jump Street guest.
Nice.
Yes.
So we're really excited about
So
that. So far, we've
pre-filmed
only
that
had
one.
Puerto Ricans.
Oh, nice. Yes. Well,
You're not Puerto Rican, are you, Dominic?
No,
No.
we've had a lot
He's a
of
little
Semi.
Puerto Rican. He's got the hat
Yeah.
on. But yeah, so if you haven't already, check us out on Instagram,
Instagram.
Facebook, YouTube,
Subscribe.
at Jump Street Podcast, all the things, iTunes,
Stitcher, Patreon.
Stitcher, Patreon.
Check
we
us
have
out.
our website, jumpstreetpodcast.com, where you could buy the merch and
Got a
watch
ton
all
of
the
new
episodes,
clothes.
everything there. Yeah,
We got some guests. Guys, come after the show. Don't forget to stop by the table after
don't
the show.
forget. And yeah, thank everybody for watching, and give it up one more time for Cameron, Long, Richie, Pam, Jen, everyone involved in getting us here. Let's do it again next year.
Give it up to these guys. Thanks again, guys. Like a huge honor. There were plenty of other people here that you could have interviewed with that would have given you a great podcast. But I appreciate you picking John Long and
It was great to have you on.
Cameron.
I think everyone enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.